So the problem reduces to just get a not Q. So I'm looking around for a not Q. I don't see one overtly, but there is a not Q in line 3 by modus tollens, okay, once I get this part by itself. So I want to get that because I think that's where my not Q is coming from. So in order to get that, I first need an A then C, okay? Now I don't have A then C, but I'm thinking, well, I'll get an A then blank and a blank then C and I'll make it, okay? Where's an A then blank? There's an A then blank in line 1 if I do modus tollens because the negation drops off, okay? So that means I need the opposite of E, which is not E, and that's available in line 4, so we can begin. And that gets me A then B, 1 and 4, modus tollens, okay? Now look at 5 and 6, A then B, B then C, we can get rid of the middleman as it were, and we get A then C from 5 and 6 by hypothetical syllogism, okay? Why did I get that? Because I wanted to get this consequent, and I can do that now. I can get Q, then not G, from 3 and 7, modus ponens, okay? Why did I do that? Because I'm after a not Q, which means I need a not G, which is a G. And one's available in line 2, and it's easy to get. This is an and, so you can simplify conjunctions. Only conjunctions, not disjunctions, not conditionals, not biconditionals, okay? So G from 2 by simplification. Now look at 8 and 9, I can do my modus tollens, and that gets me not Q. 8, 9, modus tollens, okay? I have a not Q, I need a not Q or E, so the next step is easy, not Q or E from 10 by, oops, I was about to do it wrong, by addition, and we're done. Okay, that's 47. Let's see how much space 49 would take. Let's see if I can squeeze 49 in here. 49, gotta prove the Q. Seems familiar. 1 is A or B. 2 is B and Z, then D. B and Z, then D. 3 is not Q, then not D or E, and 4 is not A, and 5 is Z. Gotta prove Q. I look for Q, don't see it, look for its opposite in an antecedent, there it is. So I need to get the opposite of this so I can do modus tollens, and that's just D or E. I look around for a D or E and I don't see it, but remember, if I have a D, I can add on, or E, okay? So I'm just thinking about getting a D. There's a D, but it requires a B and a Z. Well, I have a Z. Can I get a B? I can get a B from 1 if I have a not A, and I do on line 4. So that's the first step that I'll do. 1 and 4 get me B, 1, 4, and that is disjunctive syllogism. So 7, I got the B, so now I'm gonna put the B and the Z together. B and Z, 5 and 6, conjunction. Why did I put them together? Because look at 2 and 7. That allows me to do a modus ponens and get D, okay? 2, 7, modus ponens. Why did I get a D? Because I was going to make the opposite of this D or E, so I can do modus tollens and get a Q. So what do I need to add? I need to do this, D or E from 8 by addition, okay? Now if you look at 3 and 9, I can do a modus tollens, and that gets me not Q, which is the same thing as Q. And that's 3 and 9, modus tollens, and that's it. Were we after Q? Yeah, okay. So that's 49. 51, prove A. And we start with P and Q, and we have S or T, and we have P and T, then not B, and we have not A, then B, and we have P, then not S. Okay. I have to prove A, so I'm looking for an A. I don't see an A, so the next best thing is its opposite, not A, in an antecedent, okay? So I could get an A from 4 if I had a not B. So where could I find a not B? I could find a not B in line 3 by modus ponens if I had a P and a T, okay? I don't have P and a T sitting around as a unit, but if I go get them one at a time, I can put them together. So let's think about getting the P first. I can get a P from line 1 simply enough. P from 1 by simplification. Remember, I can split a conjunction by simplification. Only conjunction. You can't split ors or conditionals or biconditionals. Okay, so I have the P. Now I need a T. So there's a T in 2. It says S or T, but to get the T, I need a not S. Okay? I can get a not S from 5, provided I have a P. And guess what I just deduced? I just deduced a P, so I can get not S from 5 and 6 modus ponens. Okay? So now I have my not S, and I was going to use the not S on line 2 to get a T. So I get T from 2 and 7 disjunctive syllogism. Okay. So now I have a P and a T on 6 and 8. I just need to put them together. P and T, and that's from 6 and 8, conjunction junction. That lets me do a modus ponens with 3 and 9, and that gets me not B, 3, 9, modus ponens. And the not B I can use on line 4 and get A by modus tollens. So A, and that's 4 and 10 modus tollens. And I'm done. Uh, 53. We have to prove the conditional A, then B. What do we have to work with? We have X and F, then A, then C. 2, we have X, then F, and 3, we have C, then B, and 4, X. All right, A, then B. I look for A, then B. I don't see it. I look for its opposite. I don't see that either. So then, if opposite and antecedent. So then I start thinking about the fact that that's a conditional, and that lets me realize that if I can get A, then blank, and blank, then B, then I can get A then B by hypothetical syllogism. So let me look for those parts. A then blank. There's an A then blank, okay? It's in a conditional itself, so in order to get this, I need X and F, okay? I have an X right here, so if I could get an F, I could put them together and then do a modus ponens. So there's an X, I can get an F if I have an X, and I have an X. So 5 is F from 2, 4 modus ponens, and now 4 and 5 can be put together as X and F for 5 conjunction junction. What's your function? And now I can use this to do a modus ponens with line 1, and that gets me A then C from 1 and 6 modus ponens. Okay, so I got an A then blank, so now I need a blank then B. Oh, and I have one sitting right there on line 3. Do the blanks match? They certainly do. A then C, C then B, so I can get rid of the middleman, as it were, and connect these two, and I get A then B, and that was 3 and 7, and that was hypothetical syllogism. And we're done. Okay. All of these have solutions, so chances are, if you have a hunch, this is the way I'm going to do it, it's going to work out because everything that you need is there. Okay, so wait, we did 53, so let's do 55. 55, prove A or B. Prove A or B. What do I have? I have not C then F. I have not J or A. I have not F. And I have not C or J. What's a J? I need A or B. Now the first thing to notice is there's no B in the problem whatsoever, but notice it says A or B,